Hello Warhammer 40k fans and tacticians. We are back at the Red Gobbo survival event. We finished all the missions, and so we have the maximum stat boost of 100% health and damage for the Red Gobbo, and we have collected 20 shield power-ups. We reached a high score of over 70,000, which was my goal, and our position's pretty good. The information says that if you maintain a leaderboard position of 2,500 or higher throughout the event, if you have the event bonus shipment, then you can open all the event's crates without needing additional purchases. So we're at tier 28. We got 2 more tiers after this. And so let's jump into survival mode. We're gonna try to beat our old high score, and we'll see how we do. I'll go through my tactics as we play. So I like to start with Snotflogga because he spawns Grots, Gulgortz, Anuphet because he's a mechanical healer for Gulgortz and later Anuphet. And I like to start with Holland so that he can give health buffs throughout the game to Snotflogga and the Red Gobbo with his passive, which is Twisted Science. So let's get started. On the first wave, I always like to trigger the next wave because we get bonus points. And usually, large squigs will spawn, and there's always one here, so I know the Red Gobbo, he can drop a bomb on one of these waves and spawn a Grot. So what I'll do is I'll put the Red Gobbo here and drop a bomb. As you can see right here, his passive summons a Grot when an adjacent unit is defeated that's not already a Grot. Snotflogga also spawns a Grot when he attacks. I like to keep him more into the south if I can. It looks like he's better off hitting the Grot in the north. Hopefully it'll trigger battle fatigue, and it didn't. Gulgortz is best in melee, and his passive gives him an additional ranged attack. I could spawn another wave right now. The next wave that comes out is going to be these orc boys. The orc boys throw stick bombs that do blast damage, and so I don't want to spawn my scarabs yet. So let's spawn the next wave, get some bonus points in. Now is a great time to start making spawns. So the Red Gobbo has his active refreshed, and so I want to put him in a place where I can get the maximum number, it looks like 1 right now, of Grots summoned. Snotflogga, I can keep him where he is for now. I get a reinforcement point. I could get it with Holland, or I could overheal. None of my characters really need overhealing. It's good to grab that with him now. But let's see if I can kill something first with Boss Gulgortz. Let's start moving him north. Nice. So the next wave is Grot tanks and 2 large squigs. I think it's okay to spawn the next wave now. Get some bonus points in. Nice. Gobbo can go here. Let's see what Holland can do. 152 damage. Let's see if he can get the kill. Yes. I want to get that reinforcement point. The Grots will take care of that Grot tank, so let's take that. And start getting into better position to heal or repair with Aleph Null. Okay. Grot tanks and Grots. No, don't move him. We don't really need anything. We'll trigger the next wave early. Holland should start moving north to help Snotflogga out. There are quite a few enemies, so what I'll do is I will move Holland up a little bit, give him that bonus health. Nice. So I need to clear out this wave so I can upgrade myself to silver tier. See if I can get some lucky crits. I can't. Holland's gonna go give him some healing. And he's gonna take the last tank. I really don't want the enemies to take that buff. I want Snotflogga to start moving south, if he can. Spawn some Grots here. Perfect! Let's take the armor with Snotflogga. And let's get the hits onto Gobbo. Claim that reinforcement power up with Aleph. Move boss down a little bit. Are we in a good position to spawn the next wave? Absolutely. Since there are so many Grots positioned well, the enemy should just take care of itself. So let's spawn the next wave, get some bonus points up. No, the next wave is a gold wave. We should clear out the silver wave first. Shouldn't we? Nah, let's spawn the next wave. But first off, what I need to do is get Holland out of here, because he is at risk of dying. And then we will... Oops. I have to be careful not to misclick. And then we'll spawn the next wave early, get some bonus points in. Perfect. Let's heal boss a bit. Well, let's see who boss should attack. Boss can do a lot of damage to these squigs, so I'll move boss down here to attack the squigs. Use Gobbo to hit that. No. I want to spawn some Grots. Well, in any case, I think this is the best play to make. Let's see. I'm at gold tier, I can spawn a hypermorph here. Snotflogga needs some healing. And so does boss. So what I'll do is, I'll take the shield power up with Aleph. Oops. Not adjacent. That's okay. Boss will just finish him off. Sweet. Boss really needs some healing. Or repairing, I guess. Holland could heal Snotflogga or overheal the hypermorph. He needs to heal himself. could spawn the next wave now. Get some bonus points in. I'm wondering if I should. It's a gold wave, why not? I'm gonna do an interesting move. Take the bomb. Aunshi's okay. I mean, I'm going into legendary. I can take him out early. Holland should probably try to stay alive if he can. There's that one tank I need to kill. Tricky. Let's see if he used his active yet. He did. Holland can use this opportunity to overheal Anshi. She can take him out. I could use the bomb on the south. I choose not to do that. I could use his active. Now's not a good time to use it. Aleph Null has made himself quite useless, but Anuphet could come in if he dies. Who's a good character to make dead? Well, let's... This is tricky. Reinforcement points are nice. Now I'm at the legendary tier. They have good health bonuses. I do want to keep Holland alive. Holland died anyway. Great. Holland's alive. I need the health buff on Gobbo. He's gonna throw the bomb. Clear the way for him to spawn at the legendary tier. Hits are good on Snotflogga. Anshi could definitely use a heal. But it's okay. Because he has to come south anyway. I do want that reinforcement point, but it's not that critical because all my strong characters have been summoned. So let's put the tank here. He can either go for a kill or he can heal himself. No, he needs to move south so he can reactivate Anuphet. Holland is still alive. I need to reactivate Anuphet's ability and have him spawn some more Necron warriors. Anuphet should be here. Holland can run away. Gobbo can move to a central position. He has too much health. Give us scraps, he can take a kill. And Anuphet should stay here so he can stay alive. Unlikely he will die, although it's possible he could die. Makotep's not bad now. Holland is finally dead. Anuphet does not have a good spawning point unless I take these two guys out at range, which I can do so by taking the bomb. Or not. $3,943, you can get that kill. 565. $551. I need to start clearing the waves up there. So I'll go here and spawn some Grots up in the north. Okay. Makotep can reactivate some summons. Okay. I can reactivate the Grot and the Necron Warrior. This is kind of a tricky decision. I need a good place to spawn Necron Warriors and I don't have a really good position here. Snotflogga is best off killing that squig. Maybe Anuphet will just have to spawn next turn. Which means he has to stay alive. Anuphet may die soon. So Gobbo, what can he do? Let's see. I could spawn 5 Necron warriors here, block the cap off. Snotflogga can't really move anywhere useful. I could go here, block the cap off, not take damage from these. Move Gobbo there. I could move Anuphet here. Or I mean Anshi. He gives a movement buff, so maybe he's okay where he is now. Might be nice to get closer to the healing. Movement's always nice. Alright, let's see. We're doing okay. Show's okay. Obviously, Gobbo's gonna go here. He's far away from the healing, but I needed to do that. That Xybia Scraps has a lot of armor. I could move Anshi here, hit that Grot tank, or I could hit Snotflogga. Force him to use his melee attack. I can spawn a Grot that'll explode, or not. See those Necron warriors taking kills. It's great. I'll move Gobbo down here. She could use some healing. I don't think he'll survive enough to get healing. I'll heal Snotflogga. Should I run away with him or block off the cap? Well, who's coming in? A lot of named characters. I think I'll block off the cap. Very nice. I can use the bomb without Shi. He has served the purpose. I cannot kill Tank Smasher or Snotflogga. I can go here with Gobbo, summon some Grots up here. What should I do with Snotflogga? Kill that tank. So there's a damage power up. Hopefully the enemy doesn't get it. Gobbo needs healing. Snotflogga needs damage. $9,000, $2,000. Explosive presence does not quite do 9,000. There's a new wave after this turn. Spawn a Grot right there. I don't know if he'll survive. I don't think he will. Let's do some damage. This is bad. I think I may have screwed up. This is bad, this is bad. Ooh, I beat my high score. By 85 points. My position barely went up, but we beat the high score, so we did better than before. There's still about a week left, so maybe we can get an even higher high score next week. But there's the general strategy, and let me show you the characters that I use. Anuphet, he has level 33 on his skills. This one spawns scarabs. And then this one repairs units. He's not the highest level, but he's useful in the beginning. Anuphet, who I like to take out later. He has level 42 Necron warriors, and he has a level 42 passive melee attack. He has some legendary items. They're not maxed out, but it's his summons that really affect the gameplay by blocking off spawns so Grot tanks don't get to use their ranged attacks. Here's Sho'Syl. He's nothing interesting to look at. Here's Anuphet. Anuphet has a little bit of low health because he's a block item character, but he does have that reactivate the active ability, so that's nice. And his passive gives rotating buffs. Here's my Snotflogga. I've been focusing on leveling him up, giving him upgrades, and he has 2 health upgrades at the gold 3 tier, and he already has 7,009 health thanks to legendary relic spike cauldron at level 8. He has level 43 active and passive. They both spawn Grots. So Snotflogga is the second most important character that goes with the Red Gobbo. Here's boss Gulgortz. He's nothing interesting to look at as well, but he is very helpful with his ranged passive in the earlier stages of the game. Now I know there's some people who like emo spec, but my emo spec's not leveled up very much. So boss Gulgortz is pretty nice. Maybe I'll upgrade him a little bit more in the future. And the most important character of all, Holland. Well, not the most important character, but he's very critical until he dies. His aberrant hypermorph could use some leveling. His passive Twisted Science gives 1,000 health, and that matters because the Red Gobbo explodes and deals damage to surrounding enemies when he dies, and that scales off of his health. And it also helps Snotflogga and whoever takes the armor buff, because the armor buff scales off of the health. Holland has a level 9 monstrous exoskeleton. It gives health, but he's a very weak and soft character. The nice thing is that he has his faction trait Ambush, which allows him to essentially resurrect once during the game. And Aberrant Hypermorph also has Ambush, so he's a very nice character to take. I hope I can level his, at least his health upgrades, so he can get over 2,000 health. I believe that's 206. It'll get him over 2,000. He might be a little bit more survivable, but I don't see him getting leveled up to diamond or anywhere close soon. So again, thanks for watching. That's my strategy and the characters who I take, because that's based on who I have leveled. Now a must-have, I would say, is Holland. If you don't have him, it's not the end of the world, but he's definitely a must-have. And Snotflogga is another must-have. I would argue that Anuphet is not so good, but I've been leveling him up because I use him for my guild raids team for the mechanical lineup. I use him, Sho'Syl, Exeter, Tacticus, and Tangita. So that's why I've been leveling Anuphet up, and he just happens to be semi-useful in this game mode because he's a summoner and he's a Necron, so he heals himself. The Necron passive is Living Metal, regenerates 10% of its max health. Not terribly interesting, but he does have a passive attack, and his active spawns Necron warriors, so where he can be used, he's extremely useful. So that's why I take him. If you have a Xybia Scraps leveled, he's not bad as well. My Grot tank is a little bit weak, he doesn't do enough damage, but his passive gives adjacent units armor, so Xybia Scraps is a decent character to have overall. I just don't have him leveled. Boss Gulgortz is amazing in other game modes as well. I would definitely recommend him in general. He's good in mechanical lineups, and he does have Final Vengeance, so when he dies he gets to make an extra attack. It's kind of useful in certain modes like Arena. So I would definitely take Snotflogga and Holland, and the rest of the characters I bring are completely optional. Winged Prime is amazing, I just don't have him leveled, but you can bring him. The new character Parasite of Mortrex, he spawns Ripper Swarms with his active, and his passive also can spawn Ripper Swarms. It says when he defeats a unit it targeted that is not mechanical, it summons a Ripper Swarm. So Grots are not mechanical, so if you do have Parasite of Mortrex, use him. He's really good. I just don't have him. Who goes well with Wing Prime is Neurothrope. I don't have him leveled. So those are the characters that I recommend. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys can do well in this game mode as well. If you do have a better lineup or better character recommendations or a different strategy, my strategy banks on early spawning enemies to get those bonus points. If you have a better strategy than that, that's not get Diamond 3 characters, then feel free to comment. I like winning, and we win more when we share our experiences and our tactics. And we learn more when people criticize them, so I'm open to criticism.